police officer, a decorated police officer's career and put them in jail. The first week of June, the Spotswood police officers, Chief Zarrow and Captain Corbacero, filed an amended tort claim, claiming that that 521 trip that Ms. McDonald made to the prosecutor's office was just exactly what was in their tort claim. And I think everybody in this room, likely in this town, have read that tort claim, even though it tried to be redacted. It's been read, and we know exactly what they claimed. And sure enough, on 521, even after being warned, it was done anyway. While I understand that maybe some people thought that they were going to get away with that and that they were going to clear their name on things like that. As I get down the list, we'll find out that didn't happen. On June 12th, Dave Nichols filed a tort claim against the Borough of Spotswood. On June 17th, Resolution 2019-95 was passed to hire an independent investigator. The public stood here, me being one of them, and challenged the fact that council chose who they chose for that independent investigator. And the reason I challenged it was because I felt that our current labor attorney, having a relationship with what's supposed to be an independent investigator, was a distinct conflict of interest for the township. Council did not care that anybody questioned that, did what they wanted. On July 10th, a resolution 2019-103 was filed as a request to the mayor from the council asking for executive action to be taken on the business administrator. On July 30th, the business administrator was placed on a paid administrative leave. On August 1st through August 9th of 2019, our labor attorney had daily conversations with the independent investigator, investigating these actions. And as I said last meeting, my interpretation of an independent investigation, and by the way, I also asked other legal counsel how they would handle the situation if they were hired to do an independent investigation. It's independent. You, as the council, as the administration, as the labor attorney, gets the report when it's complete, not while it's happening. So on August 1st, receipt, review, and analysis of correspondence from Rosenthal to our labor attorney. August 1st, telephone call. By the way, we're billed for this. And in addition to being billed for these, Rosenthal, they basically billed us for the same thing. So the taxpayers are on the hook, double the money for the same conversation that we're having. I don't find that to be fair. It happened again on the 2nd of August, and the 6th, and the 7th, and the 7th, and the 7th, and the 8th, and the 8th, and the 8th, and the 8th. On the 12th, Council decided to pass another resolution, 2019-110, requesting now an increase for another $5,000 for the investigator. Well, clearly now we have to have an increase because we're double paying for the investigator, who wasn't complete with her investigation, because I believe I asked if she was complete, and the answer was no. Fast forward to the 10/4, which was a couple of weeks ago. A letter was dated from the prosecutor's office. Middlesex County Prosecutor's Office exonerated 6 Spotswood police officers and cleared them of any wrongdoing in the borough. So sure enough, those allegations that were made against them on May 21st, they were exonerated. I am almost 100% positive that that was not in any report that Ms. Rosenthal decided to give this borough. On the 7th of October, last meeting, you went into closed session regarding, I'm sure, this report that had come out. This report, in my opinion, don't frankly care what it says because I think it's corrupt. I said it back when you were hiring this woman. I don't think we should pay her $1. She corroborated with the labor attorney, which is exactly what I stood here and questioned, and said, you guys why would you do something like that? It's like having the fox in the hen house. It's ridiculous. It came to my attention as well that on the 16th of October, letters went out to the tort claimants stating that regarding this issue that their tort claims were investigated and that their claims were unfounded. Why was this investigation not done independently, like we were all led to believe? Because I printed out those resolutions, and it doesn't say anything really about the tort claims. It actually says, conduct investigation in response to allegations of workplace wrongdoing. I believe many of us stood up here that don't file tort claims and accuse the business administrator of workplace wrongdoing. I remember the old EMS director standing here and stating that that happened. So why is it that it only went after, and now yet again opens us up to a whole nother lawsuit because we took action on something that really wasn't our business? It should have came from an attorney, if anything, but it shouldn't be closed. So my question is, why wasn't this investigation done independently?
Jack, you know my answer. It's a personnel discussion, that's possible litigation that we can't speak about.
But hiring an attorney was public, that came to public. We challenged that, and now we come to find out that what she delivered was not done independently of what we thought we were paying for.
Collusion.
Right? So it looks dirty. It looks corrupt. It looks like collusion. It looks dirty. So no offense to you, Charlie, and I understand what you're saying, but I'm not questioning a personnel issue. I'm questioning how dare we hire somebody and then let her make us look like garbage. That's a question I'm asking you. In all reality, we hired somebody that really made you all look foolish.
Yeah.
I mean, foolish. Was this a council agreement to send this unfounded letter to the complainants?
It was directed by the labor attorney.
Why didn't the labor attorney send a letter? It's a legal issue. We opened up ourselves to another lawsuit.
It was the council that did the investigation, so it came from the council.
Well, I just asked you, was the council in agreement to send the unfounded letter to the complainant? That was my question. Now you're saying, was it the labor attorney's decision or was it council's decision?
It was under direction of the labor attorney. And Jackie, we can't discuss this. You know this. We can't discuss any of this because it's potential litigation.
I'm merely asking.
It's closed.
But it's closed, right? According to documentation, it's closed. So once something's closed, then it becomes public record.
Absolutely.
Because of potential litigation, we can't discuss it.
Well, then you won't be able to discuss anything, because everybody here could be potential litigation. It's closed, you can discuss it.
So back to where you're double billed. How are we gonna rectify that situation? Because I don't really find it fair that I should be paying $168 or whatever it is to the labor attorney to have the same conversation with an independent investigator for $168 twice. We're getting double billed for that. I don't find that fair. And I don't think that that's appropriate. Which is again, why it should have been an independent investigation. She should not have days and days and hours of billing between her and him. That's unacceptable to me. That should be unacceptable to you as a council. That should be unacceptable. I want to say right here, I am requesting a formal investigation from the AG's office into the following things. Racial bias of the actions of the business administrator that I know were not included in that investigation. I know it wasn't addressed by our independent investigator. I want her investigated for official misconduct. She financially gains from every contract that she writes and that you all vote on with East Brunswick because she lives there. She financially has a vested interest in ensuring that whatever agreement we have within the borough with East Brunswick benefits her tax dollars there. That is why our founding fathers years and years ago put in the ordinance for a business administrator that they really should live in Spotswood because their best interest should lie here with the taxpayers. I'm also asking that there is an investigation into misappropriated funds. specifically from the Spotswood EMS department, FEMA, and any other departments that I can find, because I will find it. And I hope that they will as well. What I'm asking of this council is that you invoke your additional powers that are written, and I've heard this time and time again. We have Folkenrack. I have it right here. It's written exactly verbatim in our own code. Remember when I read it to you guys a long time ago about your additional powers? You have the power as a council, you, 5, as a council, to remove someone, the council, 40:69A-37, investigated. This is your form of government under the Faulkner Act. The council, in addition to such other powers and duties as may be conferred upon it by this charter or otherwise by general law, may A, require any municipal officer in its discretion to prepare and submit sworn statements regarding his official duties in the performance thereof, and otherwise to investigate the conduct of any department, office, or agency of the municipal government. B, remove by at least 2/3 vote of the whole number of council any municipal officer other than the mayor or a member of council for cause upon notice and the opportunity to be heard. You have that ability. You haven't done your job. We expect that. And like I said, I am contacting the AG's office because I want a full-blown investigation into what's happening here, because I am sick over what's happening. And I think most people, when you look at how much money we're spending on attorneys and phone calls and nonsense that goes on here, you're not doing your job.